At last, there's been a Vanguard info mega dump. Never seen a post this massive. I want to touch on a few parts of it, but of course I mainly want to drill down on the progression details they've revealed and discuss them, as promised. You know me. It's not a huge section, but a promising image right there. Progression, a love letter to elite players. Yeah, don't be fooling now. I don't usually just read, but I do want to touch on every point here. Starting with the ranking experience, 55 enlisted ranks to unlock all your loadout gear that stays unlocked forever, and the seasonal prestige system to return. Ugh, not off to a great start as far as what I want to hear, but alright, not surprising. And as much as I don't find seasonal resetting XP to be very interesting or satisfying, and I do much prefer the permanent climb to something like 10 prestiges than 1,000 levels, the XP isn't at the center of the fun for me. It's always been in the background, so I'm okay with just not caring about it very much, as long as there are other things to care about. So let's keep going. At least they got that line out of the way, quick and to the point, rip the band-aid off, no hyping it up, trying to name it something else. Next, there's weapon progression. Nothing new here though. I'd say it's just being done bigger than last year in regards to unique gunsmith attachments and sheer number of camos if you're into that. But you level up your guns, unlock attachments and camo challenges. There will again be a separate set of camos for zombies and then a shared set between multiplayer and Warzone. I haven't seen it confirmed anywhere if you can use the camos that you earn in one mode in the other modes again like last year. I would think so, but of course last year they took ages to follow through with the promise of zombies camos in Warzone. Not sure if that was on purpose to give the multiplayer camos more time to shine, or just difficult to do, or low priority, not sure. Now let's get to a couple juicier points here. Finally hearing more on the operator progression. You will be leveling up the operators you use to unlock skins, including special gold attire, as well as more weapon XP for specific weapons. You can use the operator's favorite weapon to earn bonus weapon and operator XP. A couple cool things to unpack. First, the gold attire. Could it be the return of Black Ops 3's hero gear system? I think for me that depends on how impressive of a thing it is to earn. Like I hope maybe each operator has their elite skin design for whenever they're fully maxed out, all the challenges done, and then if you complete all 12, that's what adds a little bit of gold gilding to all of them, hero gear style. Or maybe the other way around, if this image is suggesting that that is the gold you get for the character, and then maybe getting all the golds will unlock the ultimate version of that character. If it's only about earning one at a time with no incentive to do them all, I think that would be less interesting, but still something I'm very glad to hear. I think earnable mastery cosmetics are always a fun thing to shoot for, and I'm glad it looks like they're willing to try doing that again. I was very doubtful with how center stage the shop is now to make you buy a cool look, but I do think people who want to buy crazy outfits from the shop are still going to want them. I don't see this hurting that very much, and it's a great type of mastery goal. So sweet, looking forward to diving into that system more. Then there's the second part where you can use each operator's preferred weapon to gain additional weapon and operator XP. That's a cool concept, for sure. You're rewarded for playing into the character. Maybe that'll make some people feel restricted into characters they don't want to be, but I doubt it'll be such a huge boost that you feel forced to play as a certain character if you really don't want to. Personally, I never care much who I'm playing as, and this is another good reason to rotate through them all, and I like having a conscious way to level things up faster. It does give the characters more personality too, if they're always playing a similar style. It's kind of reminiscent of the Divisions system, where when you see a certain character model, there's a decent chance you know their primary weapon type, but not necessarily. Except I'm sure less so now, because of course XP benefits aren't as big to most people as the actual gameplay benefits from Divisions. And when you eventually have everything maxed out, I'm guessing there'll be no more benefit to it. But it sounds pretty cool. Big brain move as well to make you want to own a skin for multiple operators as opposed to only the one you like the most. No problem with that though, especially when they're adding good earnable stuff. It sounds like as you rank up the operator, maybe the bonus increases, or maybe at first only their one favorite weapon gets a benefit, and then at a higher level, the entire weapon class gets the boost. This makes me hope that I could tie my operator into create a class though, keep them linked with their weapons, which I highly doubt will be a thing. It just sounds like it may be annoying to always be switching up my operator in order to use a certain weapon and not wanting to change weapons mid-game, because of course I gotta be getting the most out of it. Yeah, I think I'll just have to let that go. Moving on now to the clan progression, replacing the Modern Warfare regiment system, and now it sounds like it'll actually have something to it. Glad they could build off that system. Earning clan XP will unlock rewards and incentivize playing together with clanmates, which I assume refers to what they say there. You can party up with clanmates to get a global buff to all types of XP, regular, weapon, operator, and clan. No clue how much, maybe that depends on your clan rank, like it could start at 1% and climb to 10 or higher, who knows? Maybe that boost will reset each season. I think that's something that actually seems reasonable to reset. Also, you can represent the squad with a custom emblem and tag. I wonder how custom that emblem is. Is it just picked from a list and it's something you unlock as a clan? Or is there a basic editor where you can pick from a few symbols to combine? Or are there full-on custom emblems coming back for clans? Maybe that could be a good solution for custom emblems, because lots of people love them, but I think they have a problem with the propensity for rather offensive ones. This could be a fun way to have custom emblems that might get abused less. Well, whatever. Exactly how you earn clan XP isn't detailed, just that it is boosted along with everything else when you're partied with a clanmate, so I assume you can earn it when not partied up, maybe just by playing, or maybe something more engaging, like there being clan orders to complete, and you can see who's contributing the most. It would be neat for there to be some solo objectives to be able to contribute to the clan without always being partied up. Either way, great to see a clan system maybe actually be something. I've always thought that would be cool. Fun to be a part of something. Upgradable clan headquarters social space coming next year, right? No, probably not. Those are the main points in the progression section. As far as some questions I'm still wondering about for launch, interestingly, I see no mention of the more standard type of game challenges, such as the 100%er type stuff in the base game, or seasonal challenges that are, again, going to be unlocked by the seasonal prestige. That is the part about seasonal prestige I've always found less appetizing. I don't mind not being excited about the XP system resetting, but I definitely don't find it fun to slog through XP just to access the challenges that I then don't even care about doing, because I don't feel like they're working towards any kind of mastery outside of the season that immediately feels obsolete. So I'm totally fine if those don't exist, but I'm guessing they do, and maybe the lack of any mention just means they're pretty unchanged from last year, because much lower down the page I did find a mention of Season 1 bringing fresh challenges. That could refer to a lot of things like Battle Pass outfit challenges and event challenges, but who knows? If that system's coming back, unless it's configured in a way to feel more permanent and impactful, or maybe presented in a more fun way, they're not so tied into the seasonal levels, I doubt I'll end up caring much about those, but I think that's okay. I'm sure some people like them, and I don't think I really need a big challenge system if the new additions they've mentioned here are well fleshed out. Because there's the pretty massive sounding weapon and camo grind, which I could do in both multiplayer and zombies if I felt like it. I imagine I'll do the zombies again, and the multiplayer will depend on how enjoyable it is, how fair the challenges are, looking at you launchers, and most of all, if there were one combined camo for completing both modes, that would make it a lot more motivating. Then there's also the operator progression that seems like it may have some meaningful completionism to it, and then the clan XP thing on top. That sounds like it could be enough things for me to be focusing on at once. Plus I know they'll have more of those temporary challenge events, like complete these 9 tasks in Vanguard or in Warzone to get a thing. So we'll see what happens there. Obviously not expecting anything big that wasn't mentioned, just wondering what's there, since the more standard challenges were not on the list. Well, that's our main topic of progression covered, but there's so much info here I could touch on a couple more interesting things, like Shipment is already coming back. It launches a couple weeks into the game, November 17th. Pretty funny, even with them saying Blitz mode is like making every map into Shipment. Well, we've still got actual Shipment right away. It looks nice and bright, that's good. I hope it plays more like a World War II Shipment than Modern Warfare, but I have big doubts with the spawns. They said they worked on the spawns, but I'll believe it when I play it. There are angled containers though, that's a great start. Some extra spawn locations there, but it also looks like climbing on the middle containers is back with that tunnel there, and maybe the opposite corner that we can't see is a single container high like the Modern Warfare version, so bit of a hybrid. It all comes down to the spawn logic though. I am down for constant access to a grindy map on top of the Blitz option, but I also don't think it was needed. There is World at War's Dome coming back, and some other pretty small maps, and maybe they could come up with a new mini grind map. No more Nuketown Shipment spam, but Shipment is a Chaos classic. A lot of blood will be spilled on that sand. They're also talking about some events and Verdansk wrap-up content in the month of November, the Operation Flashback limited time mode with some secrets and Verdansk lore, it sounds like, uncovering intel about the new map, leading up to the destruction of Verdansk beginning November 30th. Then Season 1, December 2nd. Good to see many things being done to not make the Vanguard preseason feel so hollow. Got events and things going on top of there being tons of base game maps for a change, tons of guns as well, and the current Battle Pass did get some Vanguard tiers added to it. That is old news that didn't seem worth a video a while back, but if you haven't been playing and you missed that, the interesting part is that there are 2 free Vanguard weapons at tier 24 and 34 that can be used and leveled up early in Warzone. pretty neat. I've actually started playing some zombies to work towards them. I may not personally be super eager to level up weapons in current Warzone, as opposed to the zombies in multiplayer when the game launches, but I do think it's a fun concept to have the opportunity to put some time in now to get a little head start on the weapon grind aspect of the next game, if you're into that. It is a double Battle Pass event on Cold War this weekend if you wanted to go for those early. That's about all I got. There is so much here though, like more talk about the Ricochet anti-cheat system launching with the new Warzone map in Season 1. Warzone Pacific's got dogfighting, by the way. Yeah, feel free to scroll through this blog post, linked below of course, if you want to skim through it. That's all I would be doing. I don't really have any comments for most of this, but you can take a look at previews for every multiplayer map, every operator and their factions, more zombies world building, cool stuff. Plus, alongside this big old content blog post, there were some Sledgehammer patch notes of things that have been looked at since the beta, and it's basically all what you want to hear, fixing up a range of visibility issues, nameplates through walls, audio rework of course, tuning global spawn logic, and especially in Patrol. Yeah, 100%, I hope that made a difference. They even made a ninja perk to reduce footstep audio. It replaced low profile. That's impressive. They did a thing that our online vocal minority community has been asking for ages. I'm so used to that side of the community being ignored that it feels like surely they left it out of the beta on purpose as a, see, we're listening to the community move. But I'm joking, who cares? It happened, that's all that matters. Maybe now the mini-map. Anyway, impossible to say how much some of these things have actually improved by, but they seem to be on the right track at least right now. Very interesting stuff. See you in a week for the launch of Vanguard. Wow, looking forward to diving deeper into some of this stuff. The spreadsheets are coming. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.